Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So we are reading verse 56. O Sumukhi, fair-faced girl, when will I, like a vine of devotion, on the strength of great arising fortune, obtain the remnants of food that you spat out along with your gargling water, and the water that has washed your lotus-like feet. With love, I shall enjoy it in so many ways, along with your other loving friends. O Sumukhi, fair-faced girl, when will I, like a vine of devotion, on the strength of great arising fortune, obtain the remnants of food that you spat out, along with your gargling water, and the water that has washed your lotus-like feet. With love, I shall enjoy it in so many ways, along with your other loving friends. Note: Shri Tulasi has massaged Swamini's lotus feet, and Shri Rupa has massaged her hands. Swamini lies to sleep on a wonderful bed. When this delectable vision vanishes, Sri Raghunatha weeps and laments, revealing his heartache to Swamini. Again, a revelation comes to him. He need not to endeavor for such visions. Bhakti mrishtha chita pritishu svaiva svataiva spurtyeshu. In hearts that are purified by devotion, these visions appear spontaneously. The Leela.
When it is happening?
In hearts that are purified by devotion.
Yeah, understand. Heart. Purified by devotion. Devotion means love in action is devotion. With full of love. When my all action start moving to please and for caring to you, that is devotion. Love in action is devotion. Like a mother, Jasoda, is so much loving to his son. His all action for the Krishna as a child become devotion. Radhika's all love comes from the action in the her action unconditional. That is devotion. So action in loving way is a devotion. This practice has to change. Means my action for my comforts is not a devotion. For my benefit, my comforts, what I do is personal benefit. When I behave in action to make happy to you, this action is a devotion. And when heart becomes pure with this practice, by listening, by dreaming, and by looking, it is a realization. Only by the 1 month meditation, I say in the Russian class, 1 month, only meditate one point, you will start dreaming that. Anything, material or spiritual. And 3 months you start dreaming, same thing. It will become in your vision that. You can see it. So that love is action. Understand? यहाँ रखा है बेटा सुनो तुम करती हो मेरा ही सफाई करना अलग पहचान दूंगी तो करो हमको जरूरी होता है नहीं दोगे तो हम नहीं करवा सकेंगे you know so, with pure heart if you out from the influence of false ego your heart will become pure. If you are influenced by false ego, mind will be polluted, senses will pollute. Is a Kaliya, you know, a Kaliya pastime, poisonous. All the senses will become poisonous because the false ego making game. And when the false ego goes, then heart become pure, senses become pure, mind become pure, and heart become pure. Please, it's all inner practice. You have to watchful and careful with yourself. If I not balance myself, then we not come out from my religious practice. How I will enter in a spiritual practice? Is a religious practice to out from the gunas impurity. If you want to go to meet the super pure thing, you are not pure, how you can close to her? Huh? Right or not? Go on.
Ye not need to endeavor for such visions.
Oh, endeavor. You don't need to endeavor for vision. Little loud sound is there.
Ye not need to endeavor for such visions.
Can you give one mic to her? Yeah?
In hearts that are purified by devotion, these visions appear spontaneously.
Yeah. One minute, can you call this guy Iron Man? Yeah.
The lila is then the doer, not the smaranakari, the devotee who practices smarana.
And who is doer? You are doer or they are doer? Who is playing, they are doer. Radha Krishna is doer. You are viewer, viewing, watching.
Okay.
You are not a doer. You have to only to view it. And for that viewing, you need purity. You understand? Only watching and looking. You go in theater and picture all. You acting? No. You are watching the actors who is doing. And you are viewer. Ah, so nice. So nice. So you don't like to be a viewer, you want to be a doer? Doer is Bhadi Bhakta, viewer is a Rag Bhakti. And they do, we watch them. This is viewer and doer different. बेटा उसको थोड़ा पीछे कर करो यहाँ पर बातचीत करो उसको हटा के पीछे ठोको ना ठीक है है ना what you want to become, viewer or doer? Think. Because too many philosophy make you to do something. I don't know, yaar. You become viewer. Why you chant? To view. Chanting make you to view. Be quiet and watch. It will come and it will go like this. Other flow will come. Other wave will come. Many things and you will like it. Mahabhav is okay? Yes? Uddhav? We are viewer, not doer, right?
It says the Leela is the doer.
Leela is doer. They are hero and heroine. And we are, as a Manjari, viewer, not a doer. We watch them, the beauty of that pastime. Govinda Prem, clear?
Yes, Gurudev, you explain it so nicely. Go to the heart.
One Anandas Babaji book is a, what is?
Rasa Darshan.
Rasa Darshanam. Rasa Darshan. There is the mention of Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. 4 Purushartha. 4 effort to do by the Bhakti. Raga Bhakti, 1 Purusharth to do. Prema Purusharth. Prema Purusharth. Right? And Anandas Babaji say, no, not only 5. 6 Purusharths. 6th one is that. That is, what is it?
Rasa Darshan.
Rasa Darshan. Darshan. Viewer. Become viewer. Always be conscious with pure heart to view it. So nice, na? When the day will come in my life that it becomes so pure, doing nothing, and I am viewing in all circumstances what is happening to me. That is divine. Everything is rasa darshan. Because purity comes and everything becomes crystal clear. Life becomes crystal clear.
In hearts that are purified by devotion, these visions appear spontaneously.
Yeah.
The Leela is then the doer, not the Smaranakari.
Yeah.
the devotee who practices smarana.
Slowly, then I can explain, repeat.
In heart.
In heart, when it becomes pure, when heart becomes pure, means my senses also become pure. My mind also becomes pure and is not influenced with the false ego. Then heart becomes pure. Then Prabhupada writes in 13-14, 12th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, when mind is harmonized with my consciousness, pure, then my heart becomes pure. See Bhagavad Gita 13-14. Then purity comes. Before mind was combined with my false ego. Now the mind is combined with my consciousness. In purity. That is pure. Now there is no influence of false ego inside me. And we have to be very careful in our sadhana. That is a false ego, is like a Kaliya. Kaliya, you listen the pastime of Kaliya, is a poison. And the Kaliya poison finished when Krishna danced on the head of Kaliya. So if you want to come out the influence of the false ego, Krishna had memory has to be always in head. He has to dance on Kaliya head. One day I say my lower senses are and upper senses. There are two place senses. Lower senses is Sudra and upper senses is Brahmana. This is a very important thing, is realization come to me. Very difficult, people think, in material world to control lower senses. I say foolish. It's very easy to control lower senses. Because Sudra, if you give slap. Sudra. Slapping means beating. And say, you have to walk on this way. This is your way. He will not go other way. This is the Sudra nature. You say, your place is toilet. He will go to toilet. You say, your place is your husband. He will go to husband. Your place is your wife. He will do that job. He's a Sudra. He has no intelligence here. Sudra is Sudra. So what is difficult to manage? The real management is Brahmanas. Head, your eyes, your tongue, your ear, your mind, your ego. These are very different. These senses out of control. And all teaching you will see for these senses, Brahmana. If you teach to some preacher, you do this, he will never listen to you. I say you, 100%. He say you are wrong, this way is the good. So this is the Brahmana. He need to take time to improve it. So here you have to put time to develop it. Lower senses, nothing to bother. You make bad to them. Only you have to give 2 slaps and show the way. That's it. You don't show the way, that is your mistake. You show the way of the restaurant. Morning something, evening something, tomorrow something, then he's doing that way. You show the way, all will be set. Sudra has no mind to think. But they go in the influence of false ego, Kaliya. Then, before that, you balance it. And it can come when heart will become pure. Till we are in the false ego control, we also behave like a, sorry to say, Sudra, right? Work for Sudra. Because it is poisonous. I go on. Sorry. I deviate, but it's an important thing to remind and see. It's a very easy thing here. Thanks for all of you that you give me time to live in Vrindavan and meditate and realize many things. So I'm getting some realization, so I'm sharing you. How to make easy. Go on.
In hearts that are purified by devotion.
When the heart becomes pure, then devotion starts. Sorry to say, my dear. If heart is not pure, desire will never come for devotion. Sorry, what I will want to become vegan. Excuse me. Devotion and vegan is the same, different brother and sister and brother, I don't know. But it's different way of life. A different way of life. My way of life is a vegan, and your way of life is devotion. Understand? Sorry. Not feel that I don't disagree. Vegan. When I was flying in airport, I also say I'm a vegan. But for that airport time, no, airplane, not every time. But I use this word for there. They will understand clearly. Not to practice in my life. I never do this. I like to serve Radha Mohan how he likes. And if I cannot do, my Gopinath do it more better than me. I'm proud of him. You all have to be proud of him. Gopinath is the great, my successor. He will be my chair, he will get. I will give all my chair and japa mala to Gopinath. So I empower him for that. Because he knows devotion. His heart is pure. Everybody has a different job. Many job is here. Radha Mohan create many jobs for everyone. But Gopinath, you talk with him, share with him, invite like me to him, and he will do that job. I will sit in his heart and do that. And like you see Jananda, how big thing he is doing. Doing or not? Kishori, your Jananda is doing or not? Yeah, so similarly, Europe will take care by Gopinath. Other country where he likes to go. Go on. Sorry, it's out of track. but it comes to my heart. I share with you. Yeah.
In hearts that are purified by devotion.
That I see him. Honestly, I say you, so I say you. I see him, Jayananda. He is pure. Sometime I gave you an example. I say to Jayananda, do this. Yes, yes, yes. And he do. He don't like, but he do because I like. And then I say to him, why you do this? Change this. He say, yes, yes, yes. And he change also. He's so great. I check many times to him. He can change. He can do anything. If I do mistake, he change. Yes, 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 yes. Never deny. Like once, two body, one soul. Oh, great, great, I'm telling you. In my small life, your love, your mercy, how much I receive, my life changed, I can say you. Go on, sorry. I'll die about it.
In hearts that are purified by devotion.
It is heart bring you there. Heart when the purify by devotion. Please do this. If you want to come out of the clutch of false ego, this ego is the false. Believe this. It keep distance to us for nothing. And why not he want to leave us? Because he want to be a boss to control the senses, body and mind. And to forget heart, feeling and soul. Right, Chakshu? Yeah. Please.
Yes.
My realization, I feel it. I realize it. I'm honest with you. Why I change my clothes, That time also I have a false ego. That I'm a sannyasi. My work to preach. I have so many and this and that. I said, no, it's a false ego. Mahaprabhu himself said, I'm not sannyasi. I'm not grahastha, not this, nothing. I'm only Radha Das. I want to be Radha Das. That's it. No wish. We all are family for one goal. So sharing and helping like a brother and sister is our responsibility. We have to do it. Go on.
In hearts.
Again, it is say in heart. Please stop this one. Not say heart. I cannot go out from that. Go on.
That are purified by devotion.
Wow. Imagine this. It cannot be purified without devotion. It cannot be purified without chanting. It cannot. So why chanting? Chanting is a way of beginning of devotion. Beginning, like I was young and I fall in love with someone and it's very difficult to see that boy, what I can do. Only I have to remember that name to meet with that man. Because how I can remember my lover? The name is the way to bring to the person. You believe me? Name is the way to bring the person. Maybe you don't know meaning of name, that is different issue. But this name is a way to bringing to the person. Please understand this. Name is the way to bring that person in your front. Is it telepathic, yaar? Telepathic. You say 1,000 times, one time with pure heart will come. This telepathic will reach there. Believe me. Where I will search. You have to search me. I'm crying for you. You will not search me. My Swami is not like that. You cry and she will not come to you. I don't know about Krishna, but I know about my Swami. She will catch you. I know when I was small baby, when I cry, my mother come and catch me and give the breast in my mouth. If I do any mistake, she don't bother for that. She never takes any mistakes. In our sadhak deha, Swami is like my mother. And when I go in Siddha deha, we become the shadow of her. Become similar feeling like a shadow, means similar feeling like her. That is Siddha deha. But pure heart you can bring there.
These visions appear.
This vision appear. I not effort for that. It appears. Believe me, it appears. This is navigation, you know. This is the navigation. What is navigator work? Navigates right way. And we have to move way of navigation. This is the job of navigator. Understand? Navigator is not a goal. Swami is my goal. Navigation, how to move and to see and follow, not wrong way. That is the job of navigation. And when navigator say, sorry, you turn wrong, right way is a wrong, you have to turn back and go left again. Then no become angry to navigator. You have to do it like that. You cannot fight with navigator. Then things will not work right way. Try to improve, to move on navigator guidelines. It will work very faster. And navigator not only to reach the goal, after reaching goal, how to move is also navigator job. When I reach to the goal, then how to move is also navigator is necessary there. Right or not? Understand? Uddhav, is clear or not? Navigator job never finish.
Crystal clear, Gurudev. I see it and I feel it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Gaurvani? Oh, you are translating. Sorry.
No. I'm not translating. What, yeah. Gurudev?
No. What we are discussing, you want to add something?
Well, because we are still at the point of the pure heart. And you're so fascinated from the pure heart. It's so lovely. The pure heart means because the ego is sitting in the heart.
No, ego is not sitting in the heart. Ego is sitting in the near to the mind.
When it's the real ego, then it's the form of the soul. Then it's there, no, right or not?
Ego is a Kaliya. false ego.
Yes, the false
I'm
ego.
talking about the false ego. It sits near to the mind, and he controls the mind to become boss of this identification of my material body and my senses, and dance like this. False ego is a
Yes,
false.
the false ego is sitting in near to the mind, and Krishna is dancing on it. So
No,
then,
Krishna dance, when the Krishna dance in Kaliya, then the poison go out.
yes,
Means
and
then false ego means Kaliya become quiet, and he start praying to Krishna, I will never disturb and never not kill me. The wife said, not kill him because you build it where you send him. So he will stay there. The moment you forget thinking Krishna, he start again throwing the false poison. That is our condition. Then we start thinking on the senses and mind and body and identifying my false things. And the pure heart means this, that the mind become combined with the mind, combined with my consciousness, 13, 14. And then it become developing purity with my soul. The mind is working for the chitta vritti, not in manovritti.
this is the point. The chitta vritti, the pure.
Yeah, chitta vritti means circle, like we see in the green circle come. That one point is this, one point is your, one point is there. So this is the circle we create. When we talk green light come, this circle, how many persons are there, how many things are there identifying in this body, that are there, they are the circle. And every day we create new circles also. It's a manovritti circle. But the chitta vritti circle is the point where the soul and the pure heart is living. That's his chitta vritti. When this will be asthai, fixed, then other circle will not influence that. That is purity of the heart. All become secondary or no meaning. Read more. Understand, Priya?
The lila is then the doer, not the smaranakari.
Smarankari means the viewer is not doer. Viewer is not doer. Doer is some else. Hero and heroines are doer. When you go to the movie, what you do? You like to support someone and you start following. In Indian picture, you see one villain is there. Hero, heroine, and villain. Three are sure there. So villains is to disturb the heroine. So you cannot do, but morally you support the heroine, not to the hero. You cannot do anything because it's a film, but you want to support. You want to meditate. You want to see that. That the Manjari do. So natural. This is Manjari Bhav. I like heroine and I want to follow, to support her, to protect her, to care her. But I cannot do, but I'm supporting, I'm caring. view of nature. I do like this. Sometimes I cry also. Some pain happened to that. Everybody becomes nervous. Why he's crying? It's a film. But I say it's a reality for me. I do what I can do. I cannot feel the pain of that. So nobody take me the film to show. Yeah. Yeah. That time I don't know why this is happening to me. But now when I read the book of Anandas Babaji, then I understand why it's happening to me. Yeah.
This free flow of Leelas cannot take place in a mind that is possessed by the material modes.
You see, false. Clear? That nobody can do for you. Guide, navigation can happen. But every living being has to work on with myself. I have to work on myself. You have to work on yourself. No other can help you because it's the inner business. Inner business. You what? But how fast you practice, you grow. How much take time? It takes more late. That is Raga Bhakti. By the Bhakti, listen and close. You go out, no meaning to remember that. But Raga Bhakti, what you listen, that has to be practiced to be down in our life. Realization. That is Raga Bhakti. Go on.
The modes of darkness, tamoguna, and passion, rajoguna, and even that of goodness, sattvaguna, will not allow smarana to take place.
You see, satoguna will not allow you. Rajoguna, tamoguna, and satoguna means is a condition. We have to go out of the condition. One day I was asking to Gurudev, I said to Gurudev, I want to do some charitable things. This, that, this. I want to serve this and that and this. He said, it's a very good thing. But it's a sadkarma. I said, what is sadkarma? It's a good work. There is sadkarma, asadkarma. One is a good work, one is a bad work. If you do the bad work, you have to get the punishment. If you do the good work, you have to get the reward of that. So again, you have to take life to take the good work reward. Then what to do, Gurudev? He said, you have to go out from the gunas. My Gurudev said, out of the gunas. I said, what is that? Pancham Purusartha. What is Pancham Purusartha? Prema Bhakti. It's a Pancham Purusartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And fifth, fourth is Prema Purusartha. Out of guna you can do. In guna is not possible to do. Right?
So the modes of Tamu, Rajo, and Sattva Guna will not allow smarana to take place, but devotion.
Four also, Tamo, Raja, Sattva Guna. 4 gunas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This will not allow to enter in a
Smarana.
smarana. Thinking even. Realizing is far. Dreaming and realization. Difficult for us. Oh, Suniti. Very good. Yeah.
But devotion will gradually carry the devotee's heart and mind beyond these physical qualities,
Yeah.
psychic qualities.
What quality?
Psychic
The psychic.
is a mental concoction.
Mental concoction. Quality is a psychic. My God. Useless waste the time for these psychic qualities. Radhe, Radhe. Right? Okay.
Devotion liberates the soul
Wow.
from the knot of ahankara, false ego.
Devotion liberates to the soul from false ego. Because soul has no effect of false ego. But I can see soul because I become free, liberate from the false ego. Till I am in the false ego, I cannot relate with my soul. It's not surprising. I realize these days they give me the treatment and they bind me clothes. One they bind with the rope cloth. I just open like it's so big quantity. Then they bind all my body with the plastic. And then they bind me with the blanket. And you imagine, I cannot breathe. I cannot see it. I cannot bring my hand for eating even. I cannot drink. When I start 5-7 days last week, I was so flat that I cannot open my eyes. Toxin was full. And slowly when the toxin goes out, then I can share something. But what I want to say, this layer, when they bind it, then I feel how many layers we bind myself. And we are living in that binding layer. 3 layers make me so much problem. And when how many layers we have binded with my senses, so many senses is also binding. My mind, my body, my false ego, these all are binded on me without mercy, without the Guru Kripa, who will open my layers. You know, doctor bind me and every day Kishori open. Her name is a Kishori and she open me. Then I say, wow, only the Kishori can open our layer when we move for Kishori. Today, my Raghunath opened my layers. I said, oh, this Guru, Raghunath Das Goswami can open my layer. This bondage, what we have blocked myself, it only can open by the Mahajans. Oh, with the Kishori help, their associate can open us. This feeling come to me. And I was full of tears when it's happening to me.
Devotion liberates the soul from the knot of ahankara, false ego, and fills it with the identification of I am God's servant.
Wow. Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavat, simply by being devoted to the lotus feet of the Lord, the saints are liberated from the bondage of fruitive reactions, unlike the empty-headed practitioners of jnana and yoga that artificially try to control their senses.
Explain to somebody. Can you explain Suniti? Please.
Radhe Radhe Gurudev.
Yeah.
So when we become devoted to the divine couple, to Srimati Swami.
No, this line. Read it.
Simply by being devoted to the lotus feet of the Lord, the saints are liberated from the bondage of fruitive reactions, unlike the empty-headed practitioners of jnana and yoga that artificially try to control their senses.
So the controlling of the senses is not coming by jnana and by yoga, but by devotion to the Lord. This is what the sentence says. Jnana and yoga, it's called here empty-headed practitioner, means there's no love, there's no devotion that will help us to come really in control of the senses. But by devotion, by selfless devotion, there is a liberation of the bondage of fruitive activities and the reactions. Like you were saying just before, Rudy, the gunas, how to overcome the gunas is not by doing it, but by becoming prema bhakta or going in the bhakti path. Like we cannot come out of this dhamma artha kama moksha because we are always bound by our activities. Like your Gurudev told you, Gurudev, you said this, how to come out of this good activities or bad activities is only by divine love and devotion that is selfless and only for the pleasure of the Lord and our Swami. And of course the bhaktas also. More I cannot say, Gurudev.
Very good. Go on.
Therefore, worship Vasudeva, who is very kind to the surrendered souls. The hearts and minds of the devotees are stolen by the sweetness of devotional life. It cannot be forgotten anymore, even if they would try it. Anyone who has experienced this will understand it. Maya makes the mind very coarse, but when the mind remains at the lotus feet of the Lord, we can understand how pure, tender, and innocent the mind actually is. Bhagavatam, a purified soul never leaves the lotus feet of Krishna. Unfortunately, a person like me is exactly in the opposite position. Although I want to forget about material life, I cannot forget it. Devotional love alone can purify the heart. How tender is the heart of someone who practices Manjari Bhav. How honey sweet are their hearts. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Radha Krishna Sevana Ekanta Koriyaman Charana Kamala Boli Yao Donhara Nama Guna Shuni Bhakta Mukhe Puni Puni Parama Ananda Sukha Pao. Fix your mind completely on the service of the lotus feet of Radha and Mohana. Constantly hear of their attributes from the mouths of the devotees, and you will reach the pinnacle of bliss. My eyes want to see the golden form of Rai and are crying out of this desire. Mohana's very enchanting body shines in the world like a dripping rain cloud. All around, the Sakhis are desiring their service, and when they get that service, they are most blissful. Narottama says, my mind and body are always absorbed in this rasa. When you fall in an ocean of nectar, you become immortal and nectarian. By the special mercy of Sriman Mahaprabhu, Srila Raghunath Das similarly has become filled with prema by falling in the ocean of service to Shri Radhika, who is sacred love personified. He is fully absorbed in his identification as Radha's maidservant. A vision comes to him. Swamini is sleeping. Now the Kinkaris take their meal of remnants left by Swamini before she went to sleep. How fortunate they are. They can eat her leftover food and bitter leaves, drink the water with which she has flushed her mouth, and the water with which they have washed her lotus feet. This fortune is even far away from the Sakhis. While Swamini was eating, she spat some food out on a plate as if she did not like the taste of it. She knows the desire on her maidservant's mind. So in this way, she grants them opportunities to enjoy her leftover food. How strong is her feeling of mindness for her maidservants. How tasty the food has become after having been in her mouth. The maidservants know this, and that is why Tulasi calls her Sumukhi, fair-faced girl. It is as if love has met in one place, has taken the form of a Kinkari, and is eating a share of this wonderful nectar. The Kinkaris serve Swamini Achaman, water for flushing the mouth, and Swamini spits that water into a golden spittoon. After Swamini has gone to sleep, the maidservants jokingly feed each other. They joyfully serve each other the nectarian remnants of Sri Radhika's meal, lovingly quarreling with each other for some time. The aspirant should also always get a particle of this prasad in his smarana. The identification of a Kinkari is required. Otherwise, the sweetness of this mood cannot be experienced. How intoxicated I am with this temporary material body. Bodily consciousness is a mischief that takes the mind in the wrong direction. Therefore, the sadhaka should vow this. Anakatha na bolilo, anakatha na shunilo, sakale koribo paramartha, prathana koribo sada, lalasa abhishta katha, iha vina sakali anartha. Prema Bhakti Chandrika. I will not speak anything else or hear anything else. I will live a completely spiritual life. I will always pray and yearn for topics of my Ishtadev. Without this, everything is simply mischief. The devotee should cry with his heart for some experience. How unfortunate I am that I have learned about the highest thing, but I cannot take to it. Without surrender, this path cannot be attained. Some explain the word Utkirna Puboja in the text to mean chewed bitter leaves. Swamini knows so many ways to give her mercy, prasad, to her maidservants. Srila Rupa Goswami wrote in Utkalika Vallabhi, Sri Rupa Goswami has arranged for the youthful couple to meet in a kunja, so they feel they should reward her somehow. Mohana holds Swamini's face and pushes his chewed bitter leaves from his mouth into her mouth. Swamini then makes a dirty face as if she wants to say, "Yuck, do I have to chew the remnants of this debauchee whose mouth kisses so many other girls?" She looks in Rupa Manjari's direction and spits the chewed bitter leaves out on a plate. In this way, the maidservants are also blessed with Swamini's chewed food or spice remnants. Shri Rupa Manjari prays, "When will I have goose pimples of ecstasy on my small body? When you give me these remnants in a very lonely place, the aspirant should also relish Swamini's loving compassion towards him when he remembers these transcendental pastimes. His meditation has taken solid form. Swamini's remembrance is most blissful. Everything in this world is giving trouble and pain, and the devotee anxiously prays, "Don't keep me in this material world anymore. Make me a maidservant of your lotus feet." Toya pada padma karo anuchari. How long will I have to stay in this world while I am winding up my material existence? the light that emanates from Swamini's lotus feet will make me forget Maya. The Dasi washes Swamini's mouth with water from a golden bowl. Srimati spits her mouth water back into the golden bowl, and then she says, "Wash my feet." There is a special plate for catching her foot water also. Tulasi introduces herself by saying, "I am a vine of devotion for you, and this vine will grow higher and higher and get blooming flowers and fruits of love for you, as long as I sprinkle it with the water with which you have flushed your mouth and which has washed your lotus-like feet. Other than this nectar, I will not accept anything. O fair-faced girl, this is my prayer. When will fortune turn my way in blissful Vrindavan, so that I can relish your chewed betel nuts that are the essence of nectar, together with my girlfriends, your gargling water that has the power to bestow Krishna Bhakti will shower my vine of devotion, and the nectarian water that washed your lotus feet will cause the seed of my prema to sprout. It's the end of verse 56.
Sriram, so beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Rasmai. See, his name is Rasmai, and her job is full of rasa. Thank you, Croatian devotee. You give me the gift of Rasmai. Yeah, I'm so fortunate. And we all are fortunate that we are listening. Thank you.
Radhe Gurudev.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
So the mantra is served to Radhika, but in this verse we heard that Radhika awards them with her prasad. Can you say more about that?
Radhika, when they give mercy to develop more faster bhakti, devotion, purity, she gives mercy through prasad. Mercy is a prasad. You know, you remember my life, Gurudev, one day, he gave his prasad to me. I went in 6 months in ecstasy of trance. I forget my bodily consciousness. When Gurudev prasad worked in my life 6 months, and when I will feel this and take the prasad of Radhika with that vow, what will happen? Gurudev is the Radhika Dasi, it happens to me. And when somebody lucky person gets these circumstances in his life to take that, which through the Krishna, and she spit for the Manjari, she washed, fresh his mouth, that what is going to happen, my dear. Without doing in no way, in the moment you release from all the bondage. My God, Gurudev only released me. His prasad released. What about so many prasad? Yeah, right? He's smart. Yeah, very smart Kanai. He's the pure devotee of Radha. He looks small, but he is very senior in the service. Thank you. Yeah. His brother also, Balram, sit and discuss with something. How depth they have. I surprised. One time I am discussing with Jaiva Dharma. I was very serious in Jaiva Dharma. Then he comes to me after 10 days. Gurudev, to these days I see very much you are serious in Jaiva Dharma, Naitik, Nitya Naitik Dharma. Why you are so serious? Bhagavad Gita is not a Jaiva Dharma. I say, how say me? He said, Krishna's Arjuna don't want to fight battle, and he fight. Why he fight? He know following Jaiva Dharma. I said, wow, Balram, I embrace him so much. What I cannot see, he opened my vision to see that. Wow, I said, Balram, my dear, you opened me to understand. I can show he is also here someplace. Balram, not here. But you will see next days.
You can embrace his brother.
Yeah, I embrace you also, and two brother also. You can sense. Thank you. Every day, Kishori open my blockage. Every day. I say, Kishori, I have no clothes. He say, you are my teddy bear. I can open you. And he opened my blockage. I'm really teddy bear of Kishori. Radhe, thank you. How are you, Suniti? Share something.
Gurudev, I'm sitting here with my two sisters. We are listening very nicely. Sukriti, Sarika.
My sweet babies. So big hug to all of you. I always remember Sukriti.
She got the best job, not Gurudev.
Very great souls. I love them. Thank you. Only Sukriti is busy, forget me.
Oh, never, Gurudev, never. Never.
Thank you. Take care. How are you doing in Germany?
I'm doing okay. It's very nice.
Okay.
Very nice being around so many nice bhaktas.
I'm proud of you that you moved to Korea.
Yes, you had something to do with that. So you pushed the way, or you navigated the way. Let me say it like that.
I'm proud of you.
Yes. So your navigation went into the right direction.
You will see the result. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
How are you doing? You're looking very nice today.
Always I'm nice. I'm becoming more and more young.
Of course.
Yeah. Ananda. Bring to rasa. Feeling bring to rasa. And when feeling and rasa combine, it becomes ananda. Thank you. Radhe Radhe Go.